Look, one of the things we've seen the last couple of games from you is Sheldon Keefe and the coaching staff really trusting you on the PK. You've really taken a hold of that role. Yes, it's opportunity, but also growth in your game. Where do you sort of feel you've grown in that respect?
Yeah, I mean, I think I've PK'd in every team I've played before, except this one, and before I got to the NHL. And obviously my defending and rooming to grow, definitely helps. And obviously Siegenthaler being out, somebody needs to step up and take that role. And I'm just trying to take it day by day and learn and really learn and become reliable on the kill and just do my job. So.
And for you to be reliable, how do you trust your instincts differently on a PK than you would just in your regular game?
It's the same thing. Like I have a long reach. I'm quick to get on pucks and have a good stick. And I just got to do the job they tell me to do and get pucks down and be reliable and be dependable.
I noticed you were with Dougie today out there at practice, and obviously you're out there with him sometimes during the game as well. But what do you like about when you're paired with Dougie out there?
Yeah, I mean he could score, so if I get him the puck in a good spot, then he could put it in the net, and hopefully he feels the same thing about me. Just get me the puck and let me make my plays and put each other in good spots.
How fun has it been for you, because you were hurt when Seamus was up here before? So how fun has it been for you to have him up here and playing with him and stuff like that?
Yeah, I mean he's awesome. He's one of my really close friends, and I was lucky enough to play Michigan with him for 1 year, and he's just a breath of fresh air and really fun guy to be around, and he's a really good player too. He's got like 5 points in 9 games or whatever it is, 4 goals. So he can make plays, and he can find outlets, and he's just a really good puck mover. So it's fun to play with him, and it's really fun for him to be up.
We were able to talk to him after the Nashville game, and he says he really leans on you to kind of help him progress his game as well. Do you kind of feel that leadership role with him, having played with him in Michigan for a season?
Yeah, I mean, I think at Michigan for sure. He was a guy I sat beside him. We spent a lot of time together, and just talked about hockey and just running things off each other. Things I could learn from him and he could learn from me, and here kind of the same thing, but. He doesn't really need me. He's a really good player, and he's fun to play with and a fun guy to be around. So, really enjoy him being up, and hopefully you can stay that way.
You said, go ahead.
Did you play a lot of PK at Michigan or at the program?
Yeah. At Michigan played a lot. Program played a lot. Yeah.
You said he's learned from you. You've learned from him. What about his game have you maybe taken away from watching him over these past handful of games?
I don't know. I think just the way he moves pucks, and I think at Michigan for sure we just run ideas off each other, and stuff we do on the blue line and little moves after practice and stuff like that. But I don't know. I think he's just a fun guy to be around.
No question the team is looking for offense, particularly lately. What do you think you and Dougie put together to add to that, and what kind of pressure does that put on Utah or beyond?
Yeah, I mean, I think they try to get like me or Dougie out for offensive zone draws. So, like either one of us is out there and one of us is on the bench. So I think putting us together, you could probably put us on for most or all of the offensive zone draws and try to create stuff off the draws. Yeah, I think that's. I mean, I don't really know the thought process, but I would assume that's what it is. And he's a really good player, and he could put the puck in the net. So, I just got to get him the puck and keep going.
Look, what do you like about the role of being a penalty killer?
Playing all situations, growing my game from kind of just one-sided, like an offensive guy, to a two-way defenseman who can, play in all situations, 6-on-5, 5-on-6, penalty kill, power play. Trying to just grow and become that guy every day.
Was there a point maybe in the last year, 2 years, where you felt that that was a role that you could take on more of once the opportunity was presented? Was there something
I mean,
about
I
the
think
game?
Obviously with Siegenthaler down, we have like 3 killers, so needed somebody to step up, and I just trying to gain trust and do my job every day, and I think I've done a good job so far, but I just got to keep going and keep learning and keep growing in that role.
Well, let's start with that. Being in Utah, just sort of the experience of practicing in the Olympic Oval. What was it like?
Yeah, super cool, super unique. Probably one of the first ones I've had a rink within another rink beside you. Yeah, super cool atmosphere. I still remember 2002, the Olympics here. So just to kind of be here, there's hockey here now, NHL hockey. So exciting to just kind of see even the buzz around the city getting in yesterday and seeing the amount of support they have already. And yeah, it's cool.
There are a lot of maybe a lot is not the right word, but the disappointment after last game, just the way things kind of unraveled in that the end of the third period there. What's sort of the message, as a leader going into this final stretch here and to make sure that doesn't happen?
Well, it's kind of been, yeah.
Tough.
Yeah, it's been tough. It was a frustrating game for sure. I think we've, win one, lose one, win one, lose one. And the process of it, I think, for us is the biggest thing. Like, are we playing the right way and not getting the result, or are we, not playing the right way and then not getting the result, which is, of course, what we don't want to be doing. And I think last game, like the Dallas coming out of the break, we thought we played really well, didn't get the result. Nashville, I don't think we were at our best, but we capitalized, and we kind of saw when you're playing against an elite team like Colorado, who have guys that can make you pay. You just, the third period, we're in it 2-1, but I don't think we really were in it, and we talked about that today. Just creating more offense, but at the same time not giving up those big opportunities. When we've been at our best, we're defending well, being able to turn those pucks over from the other side and be able to transition. And it's just for all of us. I think we've just been in a bit of a rut here over the last couple of weeks, and we know how good of a team we have. We know we're getting guys back here. Marquis coming back on the ice, and just getting some good vibes in the room and getting everybody back together. So a long road trip like this. Still got 3 games left on it, so we just gotta continue to build our game here and get back to the winning ways.
What's the process between continuing to build, but also understanding the urgency that the runway is shortening now?
Yeah,
right?
we're getting close to playoff hockey already with 20 games left. It's we realize the teams behind us are playing well, are getting points, are winning. This is a big time of year with 7 days before trade deadline. Some teams might be getting better and adding pieces, and other teams might not be. And for us as players, it's our job just to continue to plug away no matter who you're with. And I think we know how good of a team we can be, and that's the frustrating part when we lose like we did against Colorado, because we want to be able to compete, and not just compete, but excel against the top teams. And a team like Salt Lake here or Utah in the next couple of days, they've been playing really well lately. They scored 6 the other night, so should be a good test.
What have you seen from Luke developing into a penalty killer? He's, the last 3 games in particular, he's been playing a lot. And how difficult is that a role for a young kid to come in and manage those minutes?
Yeah, no, it's just process of elimination right now,
Yeah.
And he's stepping up and doing a great job for us. I think for him, and if you ask him, he wants to be as complete a player as possible. So being able to kill penalties and defend and do these things, I think he's eager to do that, which is a kudos to him. And penalty killing, it's not easy. These guys just keep getting better and better. Offenses, power plays, the star players, top end guys every year. So it's kind of education, but also it's a skill too. Using your stick, using your size, being able to break pucks out on the PK. So all in all, I think he's been doing an awesome job. We're gonna continue to need him to do that.
I saw you were obviously spent a lot of practice with Struan Emmets today. When you're with a young and experienced defenseman, how important does the communication become between the two of you?
Well, it's huge. I don't know Slovakian, so I'm going to have to speak English with him as best I can. And he's again an eager guy who wants to be a player. He wants to come in and contribute. I think for myself, I kind of try to pride myself on being able to play with all different kinds of partners, younger guys, veteran guys, offensive, defensive, whatever it might be. So, to get to know him through camp and, going over to Prague, and his kind of journey throughout the season has obviously been up and down, but whether we're together tomorrow or not, I think we can be a good pair. I think we'd be able to kind of complement one another. For myself, make him feel as comfortable as I can, and in turn, let him do his thing. Let him use his skill, his talent, his creativity, and hopefully have some good reps together.
Talking a little bit more about the penalty kill, obviously that's been an area of the game that's kind of been the team's bread and butter, but you were the defenseman that was called upon in the 5-on-3 situation last game, which is a big nod to you, and they're trusting you to kind of go back and forth. Just talk about that role and how it's different than a 5-on-4 situation, how much energy you had to kind of exude to kill that.
Yeah, well, being down one guy, let alone two, is obviously you're behind the 8 ball, and I think against that team specifically, you're talking about an MVP of the league and the Four Nations that's snapping it around for it was a good chunk of time, and I thought it was a huge win for our group to be able to get that killed off for our bench. Everyone was able to kind of feed off of that energy. We have a confidence about us right now. I don't know if it's a swagger on the PK, if you will, that whatever the situation, we want to be. We want to be someone that can kind of pick us up. Similar to a big block shot or a big goal or a big hit. When you kill off a big PK, and especially against the other team's top end guys, that's just a big lift for your group. So we were frustrated that we let those 2-1s in. Kind of some weird bounces. Not really backdoor tap-in plays per se, just some weird ones that we're frustrated by. But at the end of the day, we're a confident group, and we haven't had too many 5-on-3s this year. We've been pretty disciplined for the most part, so to be able to get that one was big.
Well, on the 5-on-3 too, typically the team on the power play shrinks the ice a little bit, right? So you're a lot more condensed in the middle. Talk about how much more critical it is in that communication with your forwards going back and forth and you going side to side.
No, it's all communication because the creativity that the power plays are playing with, the motion that they're guys are switching positions, trying to fool you and get you to move your stick or your body somewhere to create a passing lane. So that's basically the entire time of 5-on-3 specifically. There's only 3 out there. Usually it's 2D and a forward, so it's not like we're getting a whole ton of reps in practice on it. So teams are different. Some teams are more shot heavy. Some teams are more trying to find that perfect play. And again, I just think we did an awesome job of kind of not giving them that open or free look, freebie backdoor, and ultimately killing it.